No debating this. We're in a deep freeze right now. Temperatures falling into single digits. We'll feel a lot worse, and it's going to be for the next few days. Experts say it's important to be prepared if you're heading outside.
Yeah, joining us this morning with some cold weather tips, Dr. Rahul Sharma, emergency physician-in-chief at New York Presbyterian-Weill Cornell Medical Center. Thank you for joining us this morning. And you've got lots of tips for us. We've been picking your brain, even during the commercial, asking about this, asking about that. You're going to tell us, but we're going to let you do it in game form here at the beginning.
Okay.
So you're going to lead the charge. Rosanna and I have true or false, because it's a binary question.
Okay.
So we will hold up our answers. You go first, and then we will discuss.
Great. Well, thanks for having me. So let's start with the first question.
Okay.
It usually takes 1 hour for frostbite to set in.
False.
False. That is correct.
Yay!
So usually frostbite is when your skin and your underlying tissues freeze. And on days like this, when the wind chill and the temperatures are so low, you could actually develop frostbite within 10 to 30 minutes. So
what,
actually,
10 minutes?
In really severe conditions, yes, you can.
Are we at that severe condition right now?
We're not there. I mean, it's still, with the wind chills, possibly yes.
Does the dry weather mitigate that? I mean, is it worse if it's cold and wet versus cold and dry?
Yeah, cold and wet is not good. So when you're wet and cold, it basically increases the heat loss that you have and actually worsens things. So you do want to stay dry. You got to be
careful for our firefighters out there, because they're out there with the hoses fighting fires. And I saw like one fire today. This chief had like icicles on his hat. Yeah. So they got to be careful. Okay.
All right, next question.
All right, next question. The best way to prevent hypothermia is by wearing layers.
Oh, true.
Excellent. So yes. So layers. Layers are very important. You know, the good thing about wearing layers is that you could always take a layer off if you get hot. The last thing you want to do is leave your house and not have layers on. So that's the correct answer. Layering up is the right way to go.
I think we're going to work in your office pretty soon, Dr. Sharma. Do you need us?
We have all the answers? Is that it?
We have all the answers. We can help you out a little bit. Okay.
All right, next question. The best way to warm up is with a hot cup of coffee or alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go false. All right. I thought maybe the coffee, but when you said alcohol.
Exactly.
Well, you're no fun. A hot toddy doesn't work?
So the hot coffee is fine, but actually alcohol could actually make things worse. It could impair your body's regulatory mechanisms and actually could promote heat loss. Also impair shivering, so you want to really stay away from alcohol.
Impair shivering? Like your body would not shiver the way it needs to warm you up?
Yeah, because that's your body's response when you get really cold. You shiver, so alcohol could also impact that.
So let me ask you, I know you're talking about alcohol. A lot of people are dry January, but they're doing gummies. Does that count as alcohol?
Well, it's a different type of drug. So,
but would your body have a similar response?
Not like alcohol, actually.
Okay.
Not like alcohol.
Okay.
So you heard the doctor encourage you to do gummies out there?
I did not say that.
Okay. All right.
Please don't.
Okay. All right, Doc. What else you got for us?
All right. Next one. Covering your mouth will protect your lungs in frigid air.
True.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. You both got that right. So, you know, especially if you have asthma or any lung issues, being out in the cold actually irritates your lungs. So the best thing you want to do is cover your mouth, make sure you're not breathing in the cold air. Is
it as simple as taking your scarf and just putting it up around your mouth, or do you need more than that?
Yes. That could certainly help.
Okay.
Well, so what are you telling your patients right now? Are you suggesting if you're a certain age or below a certain age that you stay home and just kind of weather it out for the next few days?
Yeah, I think the key is really prevention. As we said, layering up, make sure your clothes are dry, but also, you know, cover the areas that are prone to frostbite. For example, your nose, your ears, your fingers. Wear gloves, wear hats. And now if you do need to go out, as you said, there are some people like firefighters and other people that have to be outside for prolonged times. Take breaks, go inside, warm up, and then you could go outside. But that's really the key. And also, when you're walking outside right now, you have to be careful. You know, there isn't a lot of snow right now, so that's going to be my next question.
Oh, okay.
Last question is, when walking outside, take short, shuffling steps and keep your center of gravity over your feet.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So, when you are, especially on a day like this, there might not be a lot of snow, but there will be ice. We are seeing more people with falls and fractures and everything in the emergency department.
You are right
Yes.
now,
Yep.
just walking on the streets of New York, not ice skating or anything like that.
No, just slipping on whatever, snow has iced up.
We were talking earlier, that's how I broke my elbow, is slipping on ice. It was, just take a step, your feet go out. A lot of people worry about that right now, justifiably. Is there a way to fall? I know it sounds silly, but you can be healthy and young and that kind of thing and still slip on ice.
Yeah. So in general, what I would say is when you do fall, a lot of times people do put their arms out. And what ends up happening is you end up breaking your wrists and your hands and other things. So if you have to do that, that's fine. But the most important, especially if you're elderly, you got to protect your head. That's the most important thing because it's people on blood thinners. And if you hit your head, you could have a traumatic brain injury.
Dr. Sharma, how can people find you? You don't want to give out your phone number, right? Well, I want it. No, I'm only kidding. Is that you're at New York Presbyterian-Weill Cornell?
Yeah, I'm at New York Presbyterian-Weill Cornell, but we have many emergency departments at New York Presbyterian across the city, and we're happy to serve and treat all of our patients.
Great advice from you. Thank you so much. I was 5 for 5.
I had, well,
That's okay.
I thought, I was thinking hot toddy.
80%'s a good B. That's okay. All right.
Great.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma,
Hot
for
chocolate,
playing
does
our
that
little
work?
reindeer game.
Sure, hot chocolate's fine.
Spiked hot chocolate?
No comment.